How do I fix axis scaling in Excel charts? Imagine looking at a chart and feeling like something is off, but you can't quite put your finger on it. Sometimes the axes just don't show your data clearly, making the chart hard to interpret. That can be frustrating, but fixing axis scaling in Excel is straightforward once you know how. When you create a chart in Excel, the program automatically sets the axis bounds based on your data. But this automatic setting isn't always perfect. It might include too much blank space or cut off important parts of your data. To get a clearer view, you need to manually adjust the axis bounds and the intervals between labels. First, click on your chart to select it. Then double-click the axis you want to change, usually the vertical or y-axis. Doing this opens the Format Axis pane on the right side of your screen. If you prefer, you can right-click the axis and choose Format Axis from the menu. You can also click the Chart Elements button, which looks like a plus sign, then go to Axes and select More Options. Once the Format Axis pane appears, look for the section called Axis Options. Here, you will see bounds labeled minimum and maximum. These are the limits of your axis. To fix scaling, set these values yourself. For example, if your data ranges from 22 to 23, set the minimum to 22 and the maximum to 23. This zooms in on that specific range and makes your data easier to analyze. Next, adjust the major unit, which controls the spacing between the labels on your axis. If your labels are too crowded or too sparse, changing this number can help. For instance, setting the major unit to 0.1 will show labels at every 10th. If your data spans several orders of magnitude, you might want to use a logarithmic scale. To do this, simply check the logarithmic scale box in the same section. When you finish, close the pane, and your chart will update instantly with the new axis settings. Remember, you can also set the same axis bounds for multiple charts to keep your visuals consistent. If Excel's automatic scaling isn't right, like when it sets the y-axis minimum to 0 but your data is far above 0, manual adjustment is the best fix. This way, your charts will look cleaner, more precise, and easier to understand. Mastering these axis settings is key to creating professional and visually appealing charts in Excel, especially when working with advanced visualization techniques.